The MCU seems to have forgotten about one of its first superheroes, but the character could have a future in the franchise. Captain America. The first Avenger features a quick appearance by one of Marvel's oldest crime fighters, the Human Torch. In the film's first act, Bucky and a pre-serum Steve Rogers visit the World Exposition of Tomorrow Fair. As they arrive, an exhibit titled Dr. Phineas Horton Presents the Synthetic Man is shown. On display is a man sporting a red suit inside a capsule. That is Jim Hammond, aka the original Human Torch, an android who bursts into flames whenever he comes into contact with oxygen. Though the character's moniker is often associated with Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four, Hammond is Marvel's first Human Torch, making his debut in 1939's Marvel Comics #1. The character is a major ally of Captain America and has been a prominent figure in Marvel Comics throughout the years. Despite this, the MCU has not used him since his cameo in the first Avenger. The franchise likewise has not hinted at a shared history between him and Steve Rogers. Marvel Studios has seemingly moved on from the 1940s exploits of MCU Captain America. As such, Jim Hammond appears to be a long-forgotten memory in the MCU. However, there could be a way for the franchise to explore the fire-based hero. Though the MCU is set in the near future, time travel is now possible in the universe, as seen in Doctor Strange, Avengers, Endgame, Loki and Ms. Marvel. With time travel being such an important part of the franchise, Marvel Studios could theoretically return to the 1940s to finally explore the original Human Torch. Alternatively, with Hammond being an android, he could technically appear in the present day without having aged. Marvel has built a reputation of paying off old Easter eggs, evidenced by Wakanda's appearance on a map in Iron Man 2 years before Black Panther and the leader's return in Captain America: New World Order, over 10 years after his debut in The Incredible Hulk. It's been more than a decade since the Human Torch was introduced in the MCU, but with Marvel Studios' track record of long payoffs, his return to the franchise may not be out of the question. The Human Torch, not Fantastic Four's, explained, the sentient android was created by Professor Phineas T. Horton, who introduced his creation in a science presentation. However, his uncontrollable fire abilities frightened those present, which led him to be imprisoned in an oxygen-free capsule. The Torch eventually escaped, after which he became a hero. Soon after his introduction, he took in a sidekick in Toro the Flaming Kid, a young boy with fire abilities. The character gave himself a civilian identity as NYPD officer Jim Hammond. He also joined the Invaders, a group of 1940s superheroes consisting of Steve Rogers, Bucky, Namor and Toro. As shown in the Avengers number 134 and later in the saga of the original Human Torch number 4, via Marvel Database, Hammond lost control of his powers in the 1950s after being exposed to atomic radiation, which prompted him to bury himself in the desert, where he could unleash his energy and die. The character was then reactivated in Fantastic Four Annual number 4 by the Mad Thinker to attack Marvel's first family, but he was ultimately shut down. Some time later, Ultron 5 recovered his body and used it to create Vision. His story following those events is quite convoluted, but after being reactivated by the Mad Thinker for a second time in the Torch number 2, Jim Hammond has continued to be a part of modern Marvel Comics, joining teams like Captain America's Secret Avengers and the all-new Invaders. As for his powers, he can control fire, fly and has the ability to turn his fire radioactive. He can also control heat energy around him, allowing him to put out fires and manipulate the temperature of things. Currently, there seem to be no plans to bring the original Human Torch back into the MCU, following his appearance in Captain America: The First Avenger. However, time travel and the character's own android nature make his return a somewhat feasible possibility for the future. Key release dates: Black Panther. Wakanda Forever release date: 2022, 11/11. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania release date: 2023, 02/17, Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 release date: 2023, 05/05. The Marvels Captain Marvel 2 release date: 2023, 07/28. Blade 2023 release date: 2023, 11/03. Captain America: New World Order release date: 2024, 05/03. Marvel's Thunderbolts release date: 2024, 07/26. Marvel's Fantastic Four release date: 2024, 11/08. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty release date: 2025, 05/02. Avengers: Secret Wars release date: 2025, 11/07.